like 2 tablespoons of ghee with about 4 tablespoons of oil. When this is heated, better if it's non-stick. Put 3 sliced onion. Should be sliced better. This is Salma's slicing, which is not very good. Why am I using my hand? Because just to open up the onions. Okay. Now I need to fry this onion into light brown. Till the onions fry to light brown, I'll wash 4 cups of rice very gently. As you can see, I'm putting my hand so that the rice does not break, because the force of the water can break the rice. Very gently, 4 cups of rice. You need to take out the starch. The better the rice, the quality, the better the pulao will come out. But today I don't have the best one. I have the normal biryani rice. Gently wash the rice 3-4 times till the water turns clear. And then what I'll do is I'll soak the rice in lots of water and leave it for half an hour, at least 30 minutes. A packet and a half of Shan Pulao masala. You can take anything that you want. Mixed it with the chicken and not my face because you can see my hair and all. 2 cups of or 1.5 cup of yogurt, dahi, 1 kilo chicken, ginger and garlic, 1.5 tablespoon each. So 1.5 packets of masala, 1.5 tablespoon of ginger, 1.5 tablespoon of garlic, 1.5 cups of yogurt. So it's a 1.5 cup ratio. And marinate and keep this. Normally I would keep this for the whole night, but today because I don't have time. Now after this marination, I can add this whole thing to the chicken, but that would be kamchori. So what I normally plan to do is this. Take out the chicken pieces from the yogurt mixture, the big chicken pieces from the yogurt mixture like this, and keep it aside. Because the yogurt, when it falls into that oil, can make it very watery and runny, which I don't want it to do. I just hold on to this masala, because if I add this whole masala, as you can see here, the consistency will become very watery. So let me first fry the onions into light brown before I can add the chicken. And in parallel, what you can do is, when the onions are being browned, in parallel, cut some potatoes into big pieces and fry them, not like this, ever. This is stupid Salma again, who did it. It should be brown, nice and brown. And keep it aside. And then in parallel, take some water and put it to boil. When the onions are slightly brown, take the pieces of chicken. I could have just turned the whole thing around into the dish, but I have this habit of going piece by piece, because I feel like it makes so much sense than just, it's like a lot of love and affection going into the food and cooking the right way. Because the ghee also gets a little space. Then put them piece by piece. This way what happens, the extra yogurt, even if it is little bit, stays back in the dish. And that helps me to bhuno the chicken better. See, this is the extra yogurt that stays back, which I'll use later, of course. Now I'm going to, in high flame, fry the chicken pieces gently. This pulao does not have much color in it. because it's a pulao, it's not a biryani. Or see, it's already so watery. This is what I didn't want it to happen, but it will happen a little bit. So let's put it on high flame now and dry the liquid a little bit. I wanted to fry the chicken a little bit more, but because the flame is a little low, it's not very high, it's not drying up. But little by little I'm going to pour this yogurt that you see here, like tablespoons of it, into this chicken, just 2 or 3 tablespoons at a time, and fry it till the chicken gets cooked. Why am I putting the yogurt? I can, like this time I put a little extra yogurt because this yogurt is going to wrap the rice around it, and that is what is going to bring the taste. The water of the yogurt will dry up after some time. That's why I'm leaving the cover open. Take a glass bowl and pour a good happy amount of yogurt into it. I would say what? 1.5 cups again. And beat it up a little bit. Then add a wee bit of salt, just a wee, that's it. I'm going to add chaat. Everybody adds chaat masala, as you can see, Shan. You'll see what I do. I add a teaspoon of chaat masala. Now the secret. A teaspoon of fruit chaat. A mixture. Maybe a teaspoon and a half of sugar, because I'm going to make bundi ka raita. It should not be too thick because the bundi is bundi ka raita. So a little bit of water because the yogurt here is very thick. So it should be creamy consistent. Don't beat up too much. If you do that, then also it's bad because the butter from the yogurt will rise on top. Now to give this hint of freshness to it, these are washed. I add a little stem. This I learned from Rehan's mother. She said whenever you cook, try to use with your finger, but in this case because it's raita, she said always put stem. It adds a crunchiness to the food when it's kacha, and the best flavor of the dhania is in the stem. When I make pakoras and all, I realize that secret now. It's absolutely true. So I've put the dhania into this because it will nice, and keep it in the fridge. Just before serving, I'll add the bundi to it and serve. As you can see, the water is drying up a little bit. The chicken should be very, very soft. I'm going to put a little bit more of the yogurt and wait.
So what are you trying to get, the yogurt brown?
No, I'm trying to, instead of putting the whole yogurt together, it becomes very watery. This very creamy consistency doesn't come, and it's difficult to stir. So I put little at a time.
But the chicken is not brown yet.
No, this chicken will never be brown.
So how long do you let the rice drain like this?
No, till the water drains out, 10-15 minutes.
And you soaked it for about half an hour.
Half an hour.
It's browning very nicely now.
Added the potatoes. The potatoes should have been a little bit more fried, but I just gave it up. Normally, I would put the rice, put the water, and then add the potato at the end. But today, because I had more yogurt in it, you can put the potatoes anytime. Today, I thought the potatoes will, it'll take the salt and take the masala, so it'll do justice. So I put it in.
But the potatoes are pre-fried.
Pre-fried. It should be brown. It should be brown, fried in high heat, and it should have, now you put the rice. Now is the dicey part. Now you put the rice and very gently stir it. Very gently. Because this can spoil everything.
Break the rice.
Break everything. So what I normally do is that when I make this pulao, I normally don't fry it enough. It's pulao, so I don't fry it much. I just mix it gently. As you can see, I'm mixing it right now.
How many cups of rice?
Today I used about 4 cups of rice
For one chicken.
for one chicken, because I was putting potatoes. I don't put potatoes always, because I was putting potatoes, so I said why not put a little extra. And then I had made some hot water in this thing, and now I won't fry much. I'll just add the water to it.
How much water do you add?
I'll show you. When I add the water, I'm a little careful. And now I mix it, because now there's less chance of it breaking, because there is water, so there is more mobility in it. And I would put like this much over the rice. One index finger over the rice. I rather put a little less, because it depends on the rice. Now I wait for it to really boil well. On the other side, as you can see, this roti ka is called tawa, griddle, is being heated. So as you can see, the boil is coming up now. And also, because we are cooking in gas, I have this bad habit of turning the pan around, because I always think that the flame is not even in a normal gas flame. You can also cook this chicken separately, cook the rice half cook separately, and then layer them. It still tastes very nice. But today I did, the mix cook, which also tastes good. It has its own. You can see the bubbles coming up in the center. And now what I would do, I would cover this up. Now is the time when I cover it up. If it was meat, then I would have covered it when I was cooking it, but because chicken gets cooked very quickly, this hot pan which I had earlier on, I place it here because that burner is bigger. That's a much bigger burner. And then I place this on top.
And now you just let it?
I just let it simmer now.
For how long?
At least for half an hour, 45 minutes, depending.
On high heat?
On high heat, because the heat is not very high, so the pan, otherwise, I don't want it to become too mushy. It will be a little mushy because there's potatoes. So, as you can see, the bubbles have started to come. There you go. Can you see? It's getting heated. So let's forget about it for some time till it soaks the water, and then we'll come back to check on it again. We're going to serve dinner now. So this is the raita which I've mixed and kept, and these are some silly bundi which I got. I prefer the plain bundi, slightly salty, because the plain bundi is tastier. But having said that, so we mix the bundi now nicely to the raita. I like to add a little bit extra to add the crunchy feeling. Mix this properly into the raita. If it becomes too thick, you can always add a little water. Please remember that. Little bit of water to this will not harm. But I think the consistency is fair now. Take a tissue paper, wrap it around your finger, and just wipe the bowl clean. Then you want to make it even better, just take a little bit of a chili powder.
A dash.
That's it. We're ready for dinner. Let's go. Okay, now the pulao is done. Here you go. It's pulao, very simple. I put less oil today, as you can see. It's quite dry, that's why it'll go well with the raita. The rice should have been a little bit more, like khila hua, because I don't have the proper rice, but it's moist, and this good for family dinner. Rashid, come on.